Ivan, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. I got a chance to talk to you, I think it was about a year and a half ago.
Right.
Before that, and we've done interviews in the past. I still have a picture with you. I think it's back in the 90s. And it's always a pleasure speaking with you, man. How has 2025 been for you so far?
Very good. Very good. We just released our new single and it's getting a lot of positive reaction. We're very happy. We shot a new video for it, which was kind of a throwback for us. Hadn't shot a video in about 40 years, so it was a lot of fun, and the people are enjoying it. So we're just about to head out on the road for a 40 plus date tour of North America, Europe, Scandinavia, and so we're busy summer, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, it's great to hear that. I've been talking to a lot of people, and I just spoke with Alan Frew of Glass Tiger, and it seems like in the last 2 or 3 years, this 80s nostalgia, 80s and 90s, I'll throw that in there, nostalgia has been so strong with people. What do you think it is about that music, or that era, or those eras, has really been so effective these days?
Well, I think as far as the 80s are concerned, I think it was the songs, it's boils down to that. There was a lot of good songs came out of the 80s, a lot of good melodies, a lot of good sing-alongs. It was, a lot of good memories for a lot of people. And it's really fun because we when we play shows now live, we see our original fans. They bring their kids and sometimes even their grandkids too, and everybody has a good time. It's a family affair. There's a lot of 80s influences in modern pop music, I think, too. And contemporary music today borrows a lot from the 80s with the big 80s drum sound, the synthesizers, robot voices. So I think the younger generation can relate to it too, and they're looking for it. It's great.
One of the things, well, two things I've said that I don't see much today, which I wish I did. Two things. Number one, when people are going out to like your concerts back in the day and stuff, people dressed up. Like it was like you were going to a party, you dressed up. You were not, whether you went to Le Chateau or wherever you went, you dressed up to go where you're going. And two, probably the most important. It didn't matter what your background was, black, white, it didn't matter. When the music began, we all came together and we danced and we celebrated. I think those are the two elements that are missing from today.
Well, the 80s concerts are a bit different. People tend to dress up. They get their they pull their neon clothes out of the wardrobe, out of the closet, and they get to lay the hairspray on too, and everybody's dancing. I mean, it is a dance fest. That's one of the things about 80s music. It was the new disco at the time. It took over from disco, and it was synthesizer music you could dance to. It was a lot of people still love it, and it's trending for sure. It's getting more and more popular. It seems we're playing shows all the time. We're on the road all the time. We've been doing more shows now than we did in the 80s. So it's great, really positive.
And of course, one of the songs we danced to was Safety Dance. I mean, that's iconic. Why has that song transcended for so many decades?
Well, I think people still need to hear the message that they can dance if they want to. It was a song about march to your own beat. Don't necessarily follow the crowd if you don't want to. And today's sort of social media, where there's a lot of peer pressure and stuff like that, I think the younger generation needs to hear that message. They can dance if they want to. They can, their friends don't dance, they can leave them behind. Just do your own thing. So I think that's
You
that's what's going on.
You helped clear something up about that song that Glee even got wrong. The woman who sings a certain part in the song, everybody thought it said one thing. You cleared it up. Can you talk about that, please?
Yeah, everybody thought when I said you can dance and in leading into the chorus, everybody thought that the woman was saying and sing, and she was in fact saying danser, which is French for dance. And back in the 80s, like I was saying, a lot of bands put French lyrics into songs, Talking Heads, Psycho Killer, Qu'est-ce que c'est? and I mean Blondie, Eyes Without a Face, Billy Idol. There was French lyrics, Visage, Fade to Gray, Devenir Gris. There was a lot of French lyrics all over the place. I guess it was kind of chic back then, or we were trying to look sophisticated, but a lot of people were doing it. And since we were from Montreal, I grew up in Montreal, grew up in French. We thought we had a pretty legitimate claim to the French language, so we ran with it.
I just love the fact that Glee got it wrong, and it was like nobody corrected them.
Yeah, well, a lot of people thought it was Ansing. It wasn't just Glee. It was there was a lot of people. It's funny because in that post in the comments section, people on the TikTok and everything, people have been sort of telling me what they thought it was, and it wasn't just Ansing. They thought a lot of stuff. There was a lot of different ideas out there for what she was actually saying. It was pretty
And
funny.
let's explain why for a lot of folks out the younger folks because back then we had to listen with our tape recorders because we would record the songs and we would try to play it back and write down the lyrics. So that's the way it was back then. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. It was there was no caption option on our cassette players for sure.
Definitely
Boombox didn't
not.
have that.
You brought the 80s back. We got a new single from you. So I like to put it this way and make it official. What's the name of the new single and how's it representing you today?
Single's called "I Love the '80s," and I wanted to write a tribute to that generation, a tribute to all the people who love that generation, young and old. And it's full of '80s references, just like the video is. It's just full of '80s throwback stuff, and I go year by year and give everybody a taste of what I thought was great about the '80s. What I say is the hardest part about that song was cutting it down to 3 minutes because of all the '80s influences. That song could have been about a half an hour long if we would have gone with everything. So it was a lot of fun to record. It was a blast to shoot the video, and I'm glad people are having fun with it.
Now, wait a minute. Back in the 80s, we had something called the long version in 12 inches. Any chance we'll get a long version of that song?
We just might, because a lot of people are asking for it. That's the sort of the most popular question when people hear the single. They're saying when is the 12-inch remix dropping? So I think we'll eventually get to that pretty soon.
You know, in a couple of years, we're talking 50. 80s music turns 50. That's crazy because
It
of
is.
course I was a huge part of the 80s and I just can't think about it. But yeah, this is gonna be happening.
Yeah, well, we're lucky because bands like the Rolling Stones are actually 80, so they're still out there doing it. That gives us that sort of prolongs our shelf life too. So, and like you said, the 80s music is trending upward. It's only getting more popular, and our shows are only getting bigger and more fun with like I said, the whole family showing up. So it's good. There's better things to come.
Okay, you mentioned about tour. What's happening?
Well, we've got a North American tour. We're doing Canada and the US. Then we head off to Europe. We do the UK and then mainland Europe with Germany and the Netherlands. And then we hit the Scandinavia. We do Denmark, Sweden, Norway, then fly back to North America. A couple more weeks in the US, and it all ends up on the beach of Cancun with an '80s in the Sand festival. That's in November. So we'll be busy for a few months. We're going to get to see a lot of our friends out there. It's going to be great.
I love this. Look, my friend, I'm going to let you go. I want to say thank you so much for the great memories back in the day. Thank you for helping me play some great music out of my Camaro with the T-bar.
All right.
Um, and can I make a suggestion to all the fans who come out to see your show? If they grew up like I did, I think it's okay, even though maybe they may be a little like me, a little pudgy here, and maybe not as, up here like this, that they should still wear their 80s stuff and bring it
Oh yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. Make sure they can dance if they want to. They just got to do some stretching first, maybe.
Exactly. My friend, thank you so much for the interview, but more importantly, thank you for the great music.
Well, thank you. Thanks. Nice talking to you again.